Yeah, you yourself was that the thing?
I shouldn't be.
No one was responding.
Can you guys hear me? Before I go. Yes. Okay, so we did Hub 21. I know those of us that went to Newfoundland last week, we did a lot of Moxie Work stuff. So I hope you guys all took some stuff back with you. But did anybody do this homework that I gave you for back to school? No? Great. Really important stuff that I'm really glad you guys got to. Let's just throw that out because no one wants a database. But really I do encourage you guys to get on to Hub 21, especially the C21 Engage and Presentation Center. I'm teaching you guys this stuff because I know it's important. But today we're going to be doing Realm. I know Claire was asking, has anyone opened Realm yet? It's just started today. Anyone who has not opened Realm? Probably majority, yeah. Did anyone use Collaborate in the past? Collaborate. Okay, so it's replacing Collaborate right now. I believe it just started like now. Now when you log in, you'll see that there's no option for Collaborate. And I think we were just discussing, we think by end of 2022 or November, it's going to be taking over Stratus. So this is going to become the new system. So I'm going to encourage you guys to all at least start doing this because this is the stuff you're actually going to be using every single day. So we're going to do a very basic training today.
Okay, all right. So what we're gonna touch on today is just what's out there. I know that a lot of people have known that the realm's there, and we're all human beings, right? So a lot of people are gonna wait to the last day to convert, or they're gonna hang on to the old style as long as possible before switching over to the new style. We know that's gonna happen, but I think you may be hurting yourself by maybe doing that. So there might be some surprises at the end. So why not start getting into it now? Originally, they told us that was November was the time they're going to switch over from Stratus to Realm, but now I'm hearing rumors they might wait till January 23. But we're still shooting for November, so that's we want to start going on that. And the purpose today is just to do a live event and just to show you, just push some buttons here and see what it looks like and see what's there. But the biggest thing you have to remember is that Stratus will disappear, so we got no choice. No sense complaining, no sense comparing, say, well, Stratus this and Realm that, and Stratus is better. So it doesn't matter. Stratus is gone. So this is what we have, and you have to deal with what you have. So that's there we are, right? So no sense,
Being negative.
no sense thinking you can change it. It's going to change. And people say, why are they changing it? Well, Stratus has got to be 25 years old. So I mean, it is old technology. So there's lots of things that are there. And then I'm looking at faces here saying, what's wrong with 25 years old?
Yeah. We got billions of dollars to waste. Our money.
That's right.
Okay,
So that's
let's
it.
do it.
But as I said before, we can complain everywhere else, but it's going to happen anyway. So there we go. The main thing about Realm though is it's more of a mobile friendly platform. If you try to do Toronto MLS on your phone or your tablet, everybody try to do Toronto MLS on your phone. Good luck, right? It's useless. So with the new Realm, it's going to be much easier. A lot of people are doing there's things on there like prospect search and whatnot that you're using right now in Stratus. So there's still prospect searches in the Realm, but it's going to be different. And it's going to be more of a collaborate time thing where your client's going to go back and forth. So it's a little bit different. The thing you have to remember though is that the data, all the data in the Realm is exact same data that's on Stratus. So if you want to look for, let's say you've got a client that wants to look for power sales, right? So you can go to the comments and look for power sale, and power sales will come up just like Stratus. You can do the same in Realm. So the data is exactly the same, just a different way of accessing. So Katelyn's just going to go through some things there, push some buttons, get the feel for what's going on. Everything that we're doing, we've got our own little course coming up, which we're going to give links to, and I think it's what, 12 sessions on that.
Yeah, because they've got really long sessions through Trev, which are like hour-long webinars. So I'm basically just cutting it down, and you guys can do it as you go. But I'll show you today how to make it even easier, which is what I'm going to be showing you guys as well.
That's fine. So we've got lots of time to go through that. And if you're really stuck and you don't want to put up your hand and say, I don't understand this at all, then we expect you to come to us directly and say, I need some one-on-one time.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, if you're the type of person that wants one-on-one there, that then that's what we're going to accommodate you with that as well. So we just have to put up your hand and say, help me, and we're there for you. So we're going to let Katelyn start, and this is going to go on for how long?
Hopefully an hour.
1 hour?
Hopefully less.
Hour and a bit.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
I don't expect you guys to open your computers up or follow me along. Just kind of absorb, and then I'll show you guys how you can do it from home. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start off by how to log into Realm. Okay, so have you guys all opened up your main pages before, and you guys have all seen like these little buttons, and this used to say Realm to Collaborate. You'll notice it only says Realm today, which means Collaborate's gone. We did learn that the contacts did get transferred over for most people, but you may want to double check if you guys were using it. And just so you guys know, Realm or Collaborate was a program that you could set your clients up. It was like an alternative to the prospect searches. It was a little bit more interactive with your clients where they could create their own searches and they could receive listings like as soon as it hit the market versus waiting every morning. So it was just an alternative way. A lot of very picky clients that were on top of it really appreciated Collaborate. So a lot of people were using it for specific clients. But this is kind of the home page. It's a lot to look at when you're used to looking at a very boring Stratus. So, but I think it's prettier. Still has all the same stuff. You get to pick your market areas. It will pull them over. It has recent searches that you've done. You can create saved lists. All the new listings that popped up in those market areas that you have will still pop up, but now it's just got more like thumbnails and it's got much prettier things to look at. What's even cool is if you did recently look at properties, it will pull them up there. So I know sometimes when you do like a recent search and then you have to go back on Stratus to like research it because it like doesn't save it. It's kind of nice that it keeps track of all of the recent ones so you can just easily go back to it. So we've got all that. Probably let me know if there's questions on there.
Now, you might want to blur your screen though. 'Cause you
Go
can
back
just
to
see the
blur.
back of
Oh,
the
right.
screen. It's not a big deal, but.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, because everyone can see my screen now. Okay, so we are going to start. So we logged in. We are going to now set up your profile. I need to get my face out of here. Perfect. So you're going to create a profile, which this is a resource tab. It looks like a waffle. It's kind of like your Google, but it's got a whole bunch of all those links that you had on Stratus, which you still have. Like it's got Geo Warehouse, got your stats, Realtor link. There's a whole bunch of links on this side. So you'll probably use this menu quite often. But when we want to set up your profile, you're just going to click on profile. You'll see your name pops up. There's a whole bunch of different stuff here that's just has like your photo, there's personalization, account, and notifications. So we're going to go through each of these. So when you invite a client to use this, so again, this is for prospect searches. So if you want to set your client up on a prospect search, this is what you're going to do. So you can customize a client invitation. So this is what the default looks like. It's fine as is, but if you do want to touch it up a little bit, but otherwise it's just saying your agent has invited you to use it, explains that it's an app that connects to your salesperson with other resources, yada, yada, yada. So you can customize this however you want. This is a welcome message that when they do sign up, they're going to get a message on how to use this program. So this is something for your clients to learn how to use it and what each of these little buttons are for. So you can personalize it. I don't recommend personalizing this one too much because it has all the things that your clients are going to want to know. You can customize your email signature. So again, if you want to, I think you can change like the font, you can bold it, you can change the name, put your other phone number if you want to put your email address on it. So you can customize your signature this way. And then we'll go to next. So that's personalization. So this is the account tab to just kind of set some more preferences. It just says where you want your start page to be. I like it as the dashboard. You can select what your default search is. So if you want it to open up and have a specific area pop up first, you can, or you can have it as none. And this is just when the landing page pops up. Notifications. So this is where you can decide how often you want to receive things. Some people want them sent daily and some want it right away. So you'll see whenever a client like shares a property, if there's a new property that pops up, anything like that. So some agents want to see it live time and some people don't want all those notifications all the time and they just want it once a day. So you can actually customize how you receive all of these. So go through them. They already set these to a default. So if you're happy with that, then just kind of leave it like that. Okay. And again, people can chat with you on this. I don't know if you've ever used Collaborate, but it does give your clients an opportunity to chat with you too. So you probably do want those notifications to come in a little bit more on time. And then we just went over that. Okay, great. So that was your profile. Now I'm going to go through this quickly, probably for you guys, but that's okay.
So look when they first sign in, what they can kind of do right now to get their stuff going.
Exactly. So just play around with that. Someone going to ask a question? No. Okay, I'm going to go back to that home page. I'm glad I'm using your computer because mine's way slower than this. Okay, now we're going to create a contact. So this is your contacts button. This is where whenever you get a new client, you want to set them up for a prospect search, you're going to click on the contacts button. You'll see here, these are all contacts that came from Collaborate. So double check just to make sure, but your contacts should transfer over. If you want to add a brand new one, there's this button over here, and you're going to add new client. And all you're going to do is fill in their first name, last name, all their contact information. The email is the most important, obviously, because that's how it's going to be communicating, but you can also put their birth date in it. If you want to put where you got that client, what stage they're at. So if they're in like the offer accepted stage, if they've put in an offer, you can decide what stage they're in, and then what type of client. So are they a buyer, a seller, a renter, all of that. And then once you've inputted their information, you save an invite. So remember that profile photo had the invitation. So once you invite, it's going to send it to them, and then your client's going to get an email, and then they click and they accept, and then they create their little profile for you. Any questions on that?
Profile or you do?
You can create their profile.
How do you do that?
Here. So you can save it, and then you can also create their search too. So you can set it up or they can set it up. So it can kind of be both.
Like when you send it to them, do they have to confirm that they received it in order for it to be like a live profile?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they can go in and change the searches as well.
Does this link with the Google and the context that you have on your phone?
No. So it's only what you have in on Collaborate. I don't know. Actually, Irene, you might know. Does it connect with Stratus contacts?
No.
No. So it's just Collaborate.
You had done that migration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah. So if you've got, these are mostly just your prospect searches. So it's not acting as your CRM or anything like that. It could act as your CRM, but it's mostly just whoever your buyers basically are. Okay, so that's how you create a new contact. Now, if you want to share a property with your clients in the chat, there's this chat button here. We're going to select that. On the left, you're going to see different conversations. So it does pull all these conversations from people on Collaborate. You can actually talk to clients, so contacts that you've added. You can talk to other agents on the board as well, so anyone on Treb. And then you can also have a team, I believe, that you've added. So if you've got some teammates that you also want to communicate with. Yeah, so if you download the app, you can look at it on your phone. Or you can do it on desktop, whichever one you've got. It is a really good app. So if you haven't downloaded the Realm app, I actually prefer it over House Sigma. So I know some people are using House Sigma. I like this one better, and it's better than what your clients are showing you. So here's a new message. And all you're going to do is I'm going to put Carly's name. So you'll see it will actually find agents here. So I'm going to click Carly. And then you're going to click this plus button down here. And you can click the listing. So if you saw a listing that you want to add, let's say 1620. And you put the address of a property that you want to send to your client or an agent. So I'm going to select this one. And then I'm just going to share with Carly. And then you're going to see that it's going to pop up in this chat box. Carly, you might have received an email or something from me on Realm. Did you get something?
I got it to my app as well.
So it went to Carly's app. So if you want to just quickly share something with your clients, that's as easy as it is. You can send it through email, you can copy a link, or you can do it right through a chat, and it looks like you're live texting them, I guess. And then Carly can go ahead and she can actually text me back. I don't know if you can do it right now.
I'd have to log in.
Okay.
As my profile.
So she'll log in, but she can chat and we can be like, hey, what do you think? Okay. So it's really interactive with your clients. And then she can chat with me back, be like, hey, like, what's book a showing? So that's how you share property in a chat box. Okay, let's do create a property search. So this is probably the one you're going to use probably the absolute most, but the search button. So how do you search for properties? This is where everyone's going to get really overwhelmed because this is probably the most dramatically different than what Stratus looks like. It looks completely different. There's different ways that you can look at it. So I think this one I feel like is the most similar to Stratus, where it's in like a list form, or you can look at it as a card. So this I find is a little overwhelming for some people. It will show you the map and then it pops up in different bubbles. So if I were to keep it as similar as possible, I would probably keep it in the list form. But the way you do a property search is it's these quick tabs. So don't get overwhelmed with the amount of buttons. If you look left to right and you just read it, you'll be able to figure it out. So you can either search MLS number here. Let's just do a quick one. We'll do Durham region. And I'm going to click, let's just say Pickering, and you can see the map adjusts at the same time. And then I'm going to click for sale or available. So if you want to look at unavailable solds, this is where you'll go. But for today, I'm just going to do available. And then I'm going to go down. Let's say we want to look at freehold, detached, done. Bed and bath, let's say 3 bedrooms. Let's say 2 bath. If you don't have a preference, then maybe don't select any of them because it will only give you 2 bath. It's not going to give you 3 bath. It's only going to give you 2. So if you have an open mind of how many, then just don't select any.
So it's not a minimum.
Yeah. I don't-
That's one of the biggest changes.
Yeah.
About if you ask for 3 bedrooms, you're gonna get 3 bedrooms. You're not gonna get 4 bedrooms, you're not gonna get 2.
Unless you
You're gonna get
click all of
2 plus 1, you're gonna get 3.
Yeah. Hopefully they change that. It is a new one. So I think they're probably gonna get a lot of feedback on that probably, and they'll probably change that. But for now, it's just select none or else you're stuck with that.
It can't show more than 200 properties.
I think it does. And then we'll do price. Let's say 1.5. And then there's more filters here. So if you don't want to include, if you only want to have new, if you want to do open houses, days on market. So it has the exact same filters that you guys are used to. It's just in a different format. So once you're done, so it pops up all the listings in Pickering and in those categories that I just selected, and then it shows them on the map. The one thing I do not like about this, especially for Toronto, I don't know if you guys use the map municipalities and all that to see like CO1, CO2, whatever. It doesn't do that, which is one of the things I submitted. So hopefully they change that. Otherwise it will just draw the outline.
Just someone who memorized all of our communities.
Yeah,
It took us
so-
40 years to memorize all of them.
Yeah, so that's the annoying
I
thing.
feel it could be really hard to do.
Exactly. And so you can go back and do like the search tools where you can actually draw out a specific area. You can still do that. Again, if you don't like this view, go to table view. So if you prefer to look at it this way, you can do that. Let's click one. And then when you select it, this is what it looks like. So I think it looks prettier. You can still do everything the same. So you can still do online appointments. You can view it in Stratus. So if you do hate it for now, you can still look at it in Stratus. You can look at the property line. We're going to go over a bunch of that stuff still. And then it's going to take your eyes some time to get used to where everything is. But I think it's easier. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Can you change that from the previous table? Can you like add filter?
Which one?
Ken, it's very easy and it's this
Yeah.
part's very interactive.
Like this stuff?
You can customize all your columns and the way you want it to look. that way.
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
the view.
Yep. So you can sort out everything and then you can sort the prices.
But, like,
You can change you can customize your columns and all that. So if you
Oh.
want to move them all and all of that stuff. So I know everyone's got like their different eyes on how they, it's so weird when you open up someone else's Stratus and they all have different columns that we like to look at. Sometimes you don't want any columns of some sort. So yeah, you can adjust all of it in this as well. Any questions on that?
Go back to column. I like
Want a minute, I'd like to see what the maintenance fees are, that way I can talk about the square footages, so
Yes.
so I just add maintenance fees to the column.
Yeah.
And,
So it's got those, and then let's click here. We got analytics. So you can also check out, I guess, like the prices and everything over the months, which is kind of cool. You can see that the prices are going down. It's definitely more visually appealing in that way. And then you've got your market insights. So it's really cool that it'll take all these things and do some insights and some stats and stuff for you.
The stats is only doing that area that you
Yeah,
selected.
only that
or
area.
different?
I think it's, I think it's for all Pickering probably. I could be wrong. Let's see. I've actually never touched this one before. Ask to sale ratio. These are really good site things to use for like your listing presentations and stuff too. Changed from last week. What else can I show you guys on here? And then we'll go over some of this stuff as well. Okay, so that's how you do a property search. So you guys are going to be doing that quite often. And then if there's properties that you want to send to a client, let me just select one.
Is it like a listing card thing or
Which?
like a listing cards?
It's a listing card.
Remember we had like a listing
Sean.
cart, you could add a bunch of listings to a cart.
Oh yeah, you can add to a list. So we'll talk about that. So you're gonna add to list. So if you have like a saved list and all that, you can create that. You can email it directly to your clients from here as well. So if you want to type in their email address, so you can still do the same stuff. It just looks different. I'm clicking on these two. There's broker full, client full. So again, you get the same stuff, a little light bulb. You can suggest listings to your contacts as well. You can heart them. So you'll have like a like list. You can comment on that or chat about the listing. So again, it goes back to that chat list if you want to chat again. So there's quite a bit of stuff that you guys can do in here. So play around with that. All right, let's go to our next. So we're going to do save a search for a client. It's probably what you want. Do you save a search for a client, Sanic, or do you like to do like a list?
Both things, but I've been using that shopping cart. Where I just add
So it'll just be like a heart probably. Okay, so if you want to save a search, so like that, the thing I just did. So I just created that whole search for Pickering and now I want to save it. All you have to do is that save search and then we'll do Pickering. And then I click next. And then I'm just going to click it for myself. So you can actually select a save search for your clients as well, or you can do it for yourself. So I feel like that's similar to the cart.
Yeah.
And then that's how you save it. So it's that one's pretty simple. Okay, we did share property, create a property list. Let's
Which
see.
if you go down in that list, it's gonna show you all 330 people.
Let's do. Okay, so we're gonna click on action. This is again how to create a list. So let's do Pickering. And I know this all sounds gibberish, but I'm gonna show you guys how to make it easy for yourselves. And now we've added a list. So you're gonna see we've got all these tests. I've done a lot of random tests and stuff. You'll have your search saves. You'll have your histories of all the properties you've searched, and then we've got a CMA as well. Any questions on that stuff? Does anyone use safe searches right now, or is it just Sanic for the most part? And I know I know Sanic goes pretty like into Stratus and all that. I'm only doing the most basic things. Okay, and then we just added a property. I might skip the CMA. Where's Claire? Where are you? Did we leave? Oh, never mind. Okay, let's do create search in a land registry. So this land registry is like your geo warehouse property line. So when you want to get those real details on it, you're just going to go to the resource tab. And then you'll see there's a land registry button. And I'm sure you guys have all used this before. Who has an address they want to put up for everybody?
1967 Pine Grove.
1967. Perfect. Wait, where is it? Is it in Durham? Okay, so you just apply. So you just put the the area, either the owner's name or the address, and then you just click on the results. So it looks exactly like the other stuff. I'll show you when it pops. So you've got the land registry information that has like the legal descriptions. It's got the current owner's name. So again, this is for all of our new guys. This is how you check who the owner is, the legal descriptions of the property. This is what you do when you get a listing. Why are you laughing? Why is what?
The owner, sorry.
I see Steve laughing too. Is this an inside joke? Okay.
It's chat.
Okay, so the ownership. Down here, guys, this is where you can buy property reports or stuff, or this is where you can see it. So there's a parcel register, there's a reference plan or plan image, and then you've got residential detailed reports. So if you want some more information on them,
Just real quick, does everybody know what a parcel registry is? Page 3, right? Parcel registry will actually show you what mortgages are existing on a property. First mortgage, second mortgage, so if you're in times where we're selling properties for less than what they paid for, it's a good idea to know what outstanding mortgages on a property to make sure there's enough money left over for everybody to get paid. So these are old tricks we used to do, but you know, starting thinking about doing it again.
So these may not necessarily be current. They're
No, there's what's
registered
registered,
when that property was
these are mortgages registered on title that may not be current values because they may be 10 years old, so maybe it's been reduced, but it's down, the mortgages have been registered. So it's just a quick little check to make sure that the things are happening.
And you'll
So
see privates and everything on that, right?
everything's registered on title. Does not do liens, it does not do sheriff liens, does not do tax liens, things like that. It's strictly what's registered on title. It's called the parcel registry. It costs about $35.
So if you lend somebody money and then could it lien on the property?
If it's a charge, if it's a mortgage, yeah, that it'll show up there as long as you've registered on title. Right, as part of a lender, they gotta actually go and register. You can't just give a guy money and think it's gonna
No,
register.
you know you're supposed to be registered.
But if you have a sheriff's lien, if you've got a debt that you've been to court, you've lost court. You have a writ or like an execution against you, that may not show up on the title registry.
If the city has a lien on your property.
Well, not, won't show up there, no. That's, they have to do sub search. That's a different searches that the Lord.
perfect. The other stuff you can look up again, sales history. So if you want to know when this person purchased the property, how much they bought it for, this is where you would find that there. So this is all good information to have when you have a listing or even when you have a buyer and they want to put an offer. It's nice to know the background information of a property just to see what's happening. The demographics, this is always a nice thing, especially again, if they're buying a property or if you have to explain on a listing what the demographics are like, it'll tell you. They have this all currently right now as well. It just looks different. But like if there's more males, females, what the community's like, age distribution, all that good stuff, employment, immigration status. So there's some good details on there. And that's the land registry. Very simple. So again, none of this is new. Well, this is new for some of our new guys, but for our experienced guys, this is not new. It just looks different. Let me see. I've never done the CMA, so let's just see. I didn't really want to get too done. Don't do it. Okay, we're not doing it. So that's all I actually really wanted to show you guys today. It's really not, I didn't want to go too deep into a lot because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I want you guys to be able to use it.
I go back to your very first one, show them how to get to the profile settings again.
The profile.
Yeah, how you go like the very first thing they'll do next time.
Okay, so when you sign in, you'll see this little green profile. Again, go to the waffle. It has all the links you'll need.
Profile.
Profile, which is the little green button. And this is it. I'll have to ask, actually, let's just see. No, I don't know how to edit the photo. I don't know if that's through,
I tried my profile.
I must have
No,
updated it though.
Yep.
Actually, no, I think you have to remove it and then you can add a new photo. So if you don't like your photo, you can change it.
You can't replace.
You can change all your stuff on here. Y'all know my birthday now, February 9th.
What do you want for your birthday?
But you can put your URLs and all that stuff too. So if you have a Facebook page, an Instagram, Twitter, whatever you've got. Again, the personalization of your invitations is all here. Your account, and then your notifications. But I think, again, the most important thing you guys are going to be doing is the search button. I did have a question on Facebook about leases. So you can do that. Get right to it. So you'll click search. So when you're doing for sale or available, you'll see lease. So if you want to do leases, it's all there. Let's see if we can do some unavailable. I don't know, does this intimidate you guys or does this feel a little bit better? Kind of, I think it's easier.
Not at all.
You ready to go?
Sorry.
Are you, I think this is good.
It's a bit blurry, so it's hard to see.
Is it?
I'm sure we'll get used to it.
Neither
Probably
way,
my
it's
eyes.
over
My eyes, I know.
What if you want to find like a sold, you sold.
Yeah.
properties?
I'm gonna show you that right now. So you'll go, let's do Durham Pickering since we're there. So when you go to for sale, I'll do sale. Let's just get rid of the available. We're gonna go unavailable. Let's say we're gonna do unavailable detached. You could do condos as well. Didn't you want to do a condo search? Okay, let's try condo.
Let's go to home screen again.
Wait. I'm doing solds first, and then we'll go to home screen.
Here's the box.
I'm the one with the controller today.
She's right with the bus.
Okay, we're gonna do 3 bedrooms and then I'm gonna go to more filters and I'm gonna do sold date. So let's just say I want to look at what's sold in September. And this will give you the list. If you want to narrow it down, because I have all of Pickering still, you can actually select what community as well, either through the community or we can just draw out a little map. So maybe I just want to know West Shore area. And then it's going to give me these.
There's no archive button.
Ooh, good question.
I think it brings up everything.
That'd be great.
Well, I only selected since then. Let's try. So those, here, let's get to this.
Start from 1988.
I just want to show you. So these are the last 4 places in West Shore that sold in September. So this is how you do it. If you don't like that way, then you can go to table. Which one did you want to see?
Since 1988.
1988. right?
I'm sure we can do it.
Nothing has sold since 1988.
There is-
Oh, went right back.
Archive button, so
You had to hit archives, right?
Yeah, so this one, I don't think you have to do archives anymore, but maybe it just won't do,
It's unavailable. You just select unavailable.
yeah.
Or maybe even press that.
Oh, maybe.
Do you want to put the lights?
We'll give you the form.
Yeah. Wonder if I can manually do it. There, 2008.
Oh.
Okay, so there's no archive. I guess you just put in what year.
You did 1988 and showed nothing.
Let's try. And it even says 1,000 results. So I guess it won't limit it. Well, it says the search was limited to 200 results, so you still have to reduce it, but I guess somehow it's still giving me, it'll only give you 200 results still.
Say there's 1974.
Yeah, but it will
but
still
it's only
limit.
show 200.
Yeah.
Gotta narrow it down to get.
Yeah.
It's an average.
Just like Trevor.
Yes.
District.
And that, they do that now in Stratton.
Yeah.
So still 200, you still limited to 200.
Okay, what was the one you want to do?
Alright, so this, okay, so go to the home screen.
Okay.
This is for, I'm just gonna make it simple. So there's a whole bunch of search buttons. You got the one at the very top says search, you got search on the right, you've got a whole bunch of searches, right? So the easiest one to start off would be the one that looks like the less obvious one. Is that right? The search one next to save. Yes, that one there. So you go to search. This is very similar to Stratus. So when you go to search, you Stratus, you go to use what? You search for property, and the first you use what? Pick the location, right? So same here, you're gonna pick location, that's the top left. Let's pick Toronto. And then the next one municipality, so let's do the, I don't know, waterfront. Or C1, you said you couldn't do C1, there's C1. there.
No, you can, you just can't do like on the map search where it used to pop them up in like outlined areas. That's gonna be the hard part for us.
So we used to have C1, but they changed C1 to what? Entertainment district or waterfront? district
Waterfront
or something like
communities,
that, right?
yeah.
So now some we've gone from waterfront communities back to C1.
Well, it's still.
It's
gave you-
always
the C1
CO1.
Gave you 5 options.
Number C1, okay, oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
but
that's
then
right,
it'd be the
community, that's right, so now you go to community, I'm sorry, yeah, okay, so now you go to community, now go to the waterfront. Pick out that little click mark,
Oh, okay, so is that the trick there?
take that off.
Okay.
Now pick, waterfront. What do you call it? Energy
Weird.
district? Waterfront communities, okay, click on there. And just hit done. So these are all the properties, there's 2,168 properties available, and they're only gonna show 200 at a time, so there they are, they're there.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's the list, or you can do the card, which is this side and then the map, but that's giving me more than CO1.
it used to be a strategy, you go what, you can pick by address and put it in, or you can search by map, remember you had the option, here's both of them, you can search by map on that.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't, you can do both of them. You don't have to do map,
Yeah.
or you can have both options. Yeah. Now, what's weird is it's showing CO1, but it's also showing all of Toronto.
On the map.
Yeah, so this is the part I personally don't like, the fact that it doesn't just outline the communities and it like outlines it for you. That's the only thing I'm personally don't love. The other map stuff you can play around with if you want is that turnover rate and all of that. I know we've talked about that stuff for farming purposes. I believe there's one for schools.
Oh, the school zone is pretty good.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it's on Stratus. Now, anybody use school zone maps when you do Stratus right now? You may have done that. Or people have here, you just have to click on that little school zone there and it'll tell you where what school district it applies.
Yeah. So here you can see like the turnover rate in the areas just by the heat maps. Here's the schools. It'll pop it up. I think there's so many. So there's schools in these like little bubbles. There's so many on this.
Is there a place to put the price range there?
Yep. So when you go to more filters, so we can do. Oh no, I had it. Price, sorry. So we can do, say, 650. And then you've got your 650s, which there isn't very many. That's probably why the 650 houses are getting bidding wars right now.
What would normally happen in this case, you wouldn't see all those other properties in those other areas. You only see the C1 waterfront, so.
Yeah.
Sure we didn't click on something.
No, on the map, on the side it did, but on the map it gave me everything, which is really weird. But match on all areas. Let's see, done. There, it's all there now, but yeah, those are CO1. No, those aren't CO1s at all. It's weird.
It could be if you wanted to look at
With the waterfront.
trying to be cheap.
Well, these are all detached too. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Let's try condo.
Why we didn't pick condo, that was the problem.
Let's try that. Let's do condo apartment. Okay, so there's condo apartments. Let's try the card. Yeah, it still gives you everything, which is really weird. But on this, on the side, it gives you it, but on the map, it gives you it all.
Did you put it off your price?
Well, I just think it on the map, it shows you everything, but on this, it's
list
all,
is
so it's
different.
it's weird. We're not allowed to say we don't like it because it's here.
So go to more filters there. Says more filters.
Right.
Faster you sell it, yeah, the faster you can.
And then scroll down a little bit.
I really appreciate it.
Add a field.
Okay, I'm old, okay?
So this is exactly like scratch. You can add a field there. You can put in appointments. You can search for, fixer uppers or power sales or bank sales or whatever. That's where you go in there.
Yeah, I know.
and find remarks or broker remarks. Things like that.
Yeah.
Same strategy.
Yeah, I think it's very similar to Stratus. It's just different. Like it just looks different. I think that's about the only major thing. I think it's easier and if you don't have to go back as many times, if you guys download the app, I think you'll really like the app. You can open it. You don't have to log into it every time now with the authenticator. You can just open it up. I don't know if you guys have opened it, but maybe I can show you.
You can move over all their prospects.
I don't know that yet. I know Collaborate they did. I think you might have to save all of your prospect searches if you do on Stratus, just in case. I feel like that'd be really mean of them not to transfer them over, but we don't
I
know.
had a conversation with them about 6 months ago, and they said right now that the prospect matches you have saved on Stratus are only in Stratus, but they said they are going to be able to transfer them from Stratus to Realm, but they didn't say when or how, or if, and that was a conversation I had about 6 months ago, so I'm not sure what it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't trust
But I
it.
think they're trying to direct everybody to go rather than prospect search. Right now, for really, prospect search, you put in a first name, last name, email address, and you save a search, and then every day it sends your prospects at midnight.
Yeah.
Sends them the matches, right? But they just changed it also, so it's not once a day. I think it's multiple times per day.
Yeah, you
too.
can set it
So-
to
so set it
right away or daily.
But the problem with that is that it doesn't conform to CASL, which is the Canadian anti-slam legislation. In other words, you're not allowed to send emails to anybody just willy-nilly. You can't just put an email there and start sending stuff. They have to read you to send it. That's why they're going over to Collaborate, where you set somebody up in Collaborate, you send the information to your client accepts it, comes back, and then you start sending it.
Yeah.
Understand? So I think they may have some legal things going on.
Yeah.
But they did tell me 6 months ago that they will transfer it over, and we'll just see if they do that.
The one thing I guess I didn't really touch too much on, but when you guys are looking at this, if you guys ever want to book appointments, you just have to go to online appointment and it should bring you right to Broker Bay, hopefully. So it's very easy for that stuff too. Very simple. They're not having showings today, but you can do that. So floor plans, all the attachments are still there, geo warehouse, property line, all of that. How confusing was this? Was this okay? Because I'm going to show you the trick to getting exactly what I just showed you guys. Is called the Realm Assistant. So what you guys can do is log into it today and literally just copy what I just taught you. I just cheated right in front of you guys. But you'll see it right on this side. There's a show me how map. Just click that. And it's going to give you guys a checklist of every single thing that I just went through with you guys. And you'll see it literally just told me exactly where to click. So if you guys like go home and you're like, oh my God, I forgot how to do a search, just do create a property search. And it's literally just going to tell you everywhere to click. So that this little guy here on the side is your saving grace. It's pretty much what I use to teach me how to use it. So if you don't want to go through the webinars, you don't want to rewatch this, just use this little assistant here. It's called the Realm Assistant. They even have walkthroughs and stuff too. So you can do more walkthroughs, commercial. So just click through these and it's literally just going to tell you exactly what to do. If you need additional help, go on here, click what you need help with and then I think there is hour webinars, but I'm sure none of you want to sit through another hour webinar of someone showing you what to do. So just click on the little assistant and that will help you a lot. Any questions?
Okay, so let's go to the,
I actually haven't tried commercial yet. I saw a button here.
commercials is exactly the same.
It's going to be the same, just click commercial instead of freehold. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the wall. We'll go to the Realm training. Most people do want to sit through the webinars, the hour webinars. I'm going to show you how you can access those. You
Yep.
just go to the waffle again. You're going to go to the Realm
Training webinar.
training webinars. It's going to take you. Okay, this is when you actually register for webinars. If you actually want to go in and see a live
You'll see like they're
webinar.
2 hours long. Like I'm sure you guys don't.
But you have to sign in during those times and so on and so forth, right? So you gotta set time aside, but they also save them there. We have a library. It should be a library or something.
Hmm.
You go then. The walk again should be wrong. Looked at the other day.
Training videos.
Scroll down.
I saw training, you saw training videos. Oh,
Is it training webinar?
Training videos.
oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
that's,
and then you got your professional development.
Yeah.
Or professional development. And
realm.
then you've got your realm, you got your 16 videos here. So if you don't have time to be there for the exact time for the webinar, you can go here and see the recordings of some past webinars.
Or I pre-recorded, I did another recording for you guys. It's like an online course that gives you a checklist of everything, but you can do that as well. So there's a whole bunch of training stuff.
You're gonna send the link.
Yeah, I can send a link out to that. Yeah.
You know, because it's Stratus, they made us pick if we want to choose Matrix or Stratus, but with Realm, are they gonna let us toggle back and forth between the two, or is it we have to select one?
I don't think they're gonna support Matrix either.
I
think-
feel like they will for a bit,
I
but
think
eventually it's
they're
gonna go away.
support Matrix for a little bit. They're gonna turn off Stratus. And then you'll have Matrix and this one here.
I think, Hand, you did the training, right? So all of our new agents have to do mandatory training. And I think the options are either Matrix or Realm / Stratus. So they'll keep Matrix, I feel like, for a bit, but I won't be shocked if in like a year or two, they just say it's gone. I won't be shocked. I feel Realm will take
Yeah,
over.
there's something going on, just so you know, in Ontario, there's Toronto Real Estate Board and there's the other real estate boards. And Toronto seems to think that they have the best wheelbarrow in town, so they've got this realm, and everybody else in Ontario thinks that Matrix is best, so that's the conflict.
Yeah.
So outside Toronto, it's all Matrix, it's all done through that ITSO. And it's all Matrix things, but Trev wants to do their own way, so.
Yeah. So yeah, it's right now, this is just the collaborate. I think it's gonna look the same. Like when Stratus gets replaced, I feel like it's just gonna be this.
I think, yeah,
Right?
this, I don't.
Like, you know how it's collaborate, but I think this is our new MLS system, right?
Okay, you can send out that, I think, so
Yeah.
do we have a guinea pig?
Who's our guinea pig?
Want somebody to drive and just do a quick search from.
Who wants to play?
Cheers.
Raj does.
Well, I wanna pick Eli.
Oh, Eli, you're first. He wants to test you.
You wanna sit on, you wanna drive a little bit and show us how to search?
Come take a hot seat. Yeah.
Just show us how easy it is.
Eli can do it.
If I can do it, a donkey can do it, right?
Okay, so the biggest problem we've ever had with.
This
with-
is your map.
With tech training or in training is for actually somebody to sit down there and actually do it. I have a perfect example, years and years ago, I have an agent.
Where's that another hour?
An agent, that has an
Sign it.
assistant.
Am
My
Here.
assistant was away and the agent was freaking out. He says, my assistant's gone. What are you gonna do? This years ago, right?
Okay, so he's gonna sign in from the beginning.
So I said to the agent, okay, what is it you want to do? What do you want to do? I have to send an email.
This is Eli.
So I sat down with the person, and said, okay, this is how you do it.
Just pretend.
He filled this in, this is the button, and he looked at it and says, that's it?
No, he already failed.
So the moral of the story is, never tried
Don't
it.
click anything else.
So some people don't like realm, they've never even.
Fair, you need
never
to,
tried it,
It's
right?
just habits, man. It's hard. We're all
So
gonna
Eli already signed into Stratus, so that's good. Let's go back to the home page.
I told it.
I need a gummy,
Realm.
I got it.
please.
It's got it.
Okay, there it is, okay.
Okay. There you go, step one. That was funny.
Okay,
I didn't know where to sign.
so I just want you to do a search.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to pick a location at the top left. Pick an area. There's a little drop down button there.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Let's do Durham.
Okay. There's Durham, so there's all Durham. So the first step, you can actually.
There to kind of, no, yeah.
Here?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go to, you want for sale or you want available or what do you?
Available, I guess, yeah.
So go to the next button.
just-
Oh,
Next
here.
Durham.
For sale available, okay.
So you got, this is where you look, looks for lease
Done.
or for sale.
Yeah, so if you want, do you want a sale?
Yeah.
Do you want it sold or available?
Yeah, that's.
Perfect.
Okay.
Done. And then just keep going down those buttons at the top. So freehold,
Oh, here.
next
Okay, so.
one, yeah.
freehold, yeah.
This is where you select condo, commercial or freehold.
I'm not sure it's commercial.
Wow,
Okay, do
I'm
you see,
impressed.
see that commercial button then, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a commercial button in that area there.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Bed and
you want
bath.
to do, let's say you want to do price range. Forget about that bed and bath for now. Let's
Okay.
go straight to price.
Same tab at the top.
Oh,
Price at the top.
here, okay, for sale?
No, no. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, this
Price.
one here, price.
Right.
Okay, so. let's
And then-
go, 1 million. Two. Okay, leave it.
Still stay at the top one.
Sorry?
Yeah.
That's it?
No.
Oh.
Or do you want to limit?
Let's go here.
Price and list price difference would be what?
I actually don't know.
I want to say that price is the, if you're looking for souls.
Done. Okay.
So the other thing is when you want to do a
So let's-
limit,
He did.
go back to the price again.
Price.
I would keep it here. So
What's
that will be your max.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. This
so-
one I don't really know.
Oh, I see. Okay, put the limit there.
Yeah.
Okay, so one
But you
point
got
three,
the
take that
idea.
out. Okay.
You search it for a developer, you can't fill up any price. Just do the list price.
Well, it depends on what your,
Yes, so it's gonna show up the whole map there, right? I'm not gonna confuse you, like, what I could also do.
I can get that out.
I can also draw, I can actually override this map and draw a circle around the area that I want, and the 16 give me those.
So where does it tell you here
So
how
it'd
many?
Save a whole lot of time, but you.
how many it's found?
Oh,
there it is.
Draw a circle.
Oh,
You're done, right?
and then if you don't like the look of this, go to view. And go to the table, because that's more strategy,
Right, okay.
and then you can sort. So if you want to do like low price to high, last update,
High to low, high, okay.
you see it all there. And then if you click on one, that's how you,
Okay, so right here, it's not, oh, okay, it's tell you the bedrooms, the bathrooms, type, whatever, okay.
Katelyn, how many address history, like you want to see how many times we've been listed or prices available? You just click on the same thing?
While he's training, I just want to jump back to the land registry. I noticed when I was looking at, the property detail report,
Day on the market.
property. It has separate ones, but the one that we used to print off a Stratus, you have to purchase now $6.
yeah, to get the square footage, right?
Yeah, the square footage.
No,
yeah.
it's not.
always
It's
been
not
the same.
proper. It's not that one. It has like the full, like, I don't even know what.
And you-
Property detail report that you print out. Is it the same one?
It's the exact same thing, it doesn't cost you.
Yeah, it should be
Okay,
free.
'cause I looked on it, it was the exact same document, and I couldn't
It
find.
does try to push you to buy them.
Yeah.
So just ignore it, try
Ignore
to
it.
go back to your issue. I know if it tries to push you.
If you do want the exact square footage, so if
Yeah.
it's a condo, then you'll buy it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
if not, you can.
Yeah,
leave
but it
it.
does try to promote
It,
it.
it puts it
It
on the
tries to-
side now
yeah.
to get you to buy it, but you
That's
don't
why.
have to.
Because I just quickly, I'm like, now it's $6, I want to make sure.
No, they haven't increased any. What you
For
got.
like 40 this year.
Katelyn, where is the address history?
Address history.
Yeah, you take one and show me how it's.
Okay, wait, there's a lot happening.
Okay, so
Yeah.
make sure something.
Do you know how to do
Just Go down there, you know.
Sorry?
Go down to the bottom.
I don't know
Oh, yeah, I
address
forgot I'm up
history
there, making everybody busy, you want me to go to the
No,
bottom.
see how many times it's been listed or
Go the other way.
Alright.
Somebody really about that.
Yes,
What did I do?
Why are you using it?
Just go up just a little bit.
Because it's been closing
No,
down.
just- but yeah. I agree.
It goes down.
I just- yeah. But it's something that only came and
No.
Sure.
Go to the top probably.
I need it, I'm sure it's here.
It stops there.
Down?
Yeah, down.
Okay.
So what's also done here, this might be helping some people like Aiden maybe here, even though you've got this one listed, the computer itself is already, it's already brought up comparable problems. You didn't ask for this, it did it itself. Right, so you've got some comparables sort of right off the bat too, right?
That's algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a shopper.
Algorithm.
There, I don't know, is there address history like what we have on
Yeah.
Stratus?
Yes,
Wait.
everything's there, yeah. I just hit for your.
So, okay, I go back to the top.
So Nick, for prospect search, just from Zoom, this is your new prospect
This is
search.
your project. Scroll up a little bit, Glenn, start with it more.
So when you,
Just slowly,
yeah.
slowly, slowly, a little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Here's your property history right there.
Oh, it's automatic.
Automatic.
No, but you know how if someone listed it and then terminated it and then relisted it, how do we
It's
find
all
it?
here.
Can I click on that and
It's
it'll
all
take
there.
you?
It's terminated here. It's listed again.
Oh,
It tells the whole history, what's going on.
okay, so it just says listed for sale, but, okay, gotcha, terminated, okay.
So It's
so
all
okay.
under that one
That's actually-
screen.
On that one screen. You can still get more detailed as well, but it's.
Then I guess you just look up that one.
Oh, I like it.
No, I like one.
Am I done?
So it's
Did I
nice how
drag
it
it?
just leaves it in one page,
Okay,
right?
so
I
say a
get it
little bit
before.
louder than the speakers.
Say it, here.
Eli said he likes
Here,
it.
say that a little louder.
Really cool. Not, okay.
And do you want to book an appointment? So if you go up,
Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay.
because when you're booking your showings, so you see those blue tabs
Right
under
here.
the pictures,
Oh,
you'll see online
yeah.
appointment there.
yeah. So online appointment, authenticator, view and start. Also, I still have the option of viewing it on Saturday.
Yeah, so for now you still have the option if you want to, but
How long do we have that option?
like
Tomorrow.
Really?
a couple minutes.
There's still a lot of glitches.
For tenant, it doesn't exist anymore. So if you click online appointment, that should pop up like Broker Bay or whatever system the brokerage is using. So you can do everything through this. I don't think Collaborate, you weren't able to do all that.
I'm gonna book an appointment for you. Hold on.
You should
What time you
register,
want?
you should register it off.
Yeah,
Thing yet?
Ooh, I think so. So when you're like for like not sold conditional and all that, yeah, so you just select which ones you want. Like,
Maybe you can select all and then just remove that.
let's try more filters. Maybe you only select new. Hmm.
Maybe advance the bottom.
I think when you're selecting commercial, you just have to select which ones maybe you want. So if you don't want, like if you only want industrial, then just select industrial. Is that what you mean?
See, sell a business, it doesn't give you the options, whether it's a restaurant or a cafe or
Yeah.
whatever, clothing store.
Well,
or
there's
something.
another category though, where you can specify it, like salon and restaurant. It must be in the added field, it'd be a separate type field.
So this is the added fields.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other thing about round two is it's a living, breathing thing, so they're making changes. as
Oh,
we
yeah.
go. So if somebody has a suggestion that the Stratus did, that the new one's not doing, and the suggestions made, they'll probably adjust it.
they're actually really good at that, Alex, too. So if you are noticing that, just email the help support group at Realm and just say, hey, here's a suggestion, and then just let them know. So like, hopefully they can just change things.
So just bring up one of the properties there and just go to the view. Just double click one of the properties. And what's the drop down screen here with a little red at the top? You got that blue, right?
Yeah,
Just what's the drop down screen? So let's
yeah,
say.
email and.
So now this is where you're gonna print it or email it. If you go to print it, it's gonna print out everything you can see, but go to the print for me for a second. No, I'm not sure it's gonna give you an
Sorry, I
option or
forgot
not.
to go print stuff.
So if you wanna look at the broker full in the realm commercial, for instance, or if for some reason you still wanna do the Stratus, you're comfortable with the way the Stratus looks, you're gonna change the realm commercial. Actually, you can drop down, do the broker full, you might say Stratus. Yeah, click on there.
Like broker full?
So you broke a full sheet.
Oh, broker full sheet, okay.
And then the realm commercial, what is the options there?
Should have stratus.
Realm generic,
Realm generic, okay, that's. So on somebody saying you got the printer, if you used the way the Stratus looks, you can change the Stratus look when it prints up.
Maybe don't do broker full sheet, just try broker full.
all right. Broker full,
Sheet is the one page.
and let's go back here.
Once you change it, is that a handle? Or-
No, it goes back to the realm.
So email again. You can also.
You know what, I haven't emailed yet? I'm not-
I've emailed it. You just click.
Well, it's a broken full. Part of what you see is what you think. So if you print there, when you see, you click the print. It should be a print preview column.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna go, it doesn't know where to go if you don't select it. It'll come up a little window.
You know what, hate to say it there, but.
Hold on, it's dialing up.
Right. Well, a lot of information is pulling there into a preview.
Well, it's probably printing every single one. You know what's happening?
It's 5 pages,
Yeah, it's all.
Like
all
like
typed.
before.
So it's printing out all that stuff that you just saw, right? So if you don't want all that stuff, then you're gonna go and you're not gonna do.
You can
broker full,
customize
you're
it,
gonna
right?
Do broker sheet, you're gonna change the look.
Pages, so
Experiment with that and see how. it goes.
you want the whole 5?
No, just you can cancel it.
Oh,
It's
cancel.
actually not even printing, you've got to save.
Yeah.
Do you want to try that email thing? Go to the little blue button again. Do email.
That's not me printing, is it?
Yeah.
Did I print it?
No.
No. Okay, so email.
Try it again.
Email.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, okay.
Oh, it came up on the other.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, sorry, it's far away from that. So then you would just type in, maybe put K.
It's on different windows there.
Yeah, so like if I wanted to email it to myself or your client should pop up on there
CC.
and you can add comments. Cause yours, yeah, probably because you're out of contact on.
Well, it came up as a pop-up with different options that you can select.
Yeah. But it's pretty easy. Like, you know, when you Stratus just pops up as an email, you email it over, it looks pretty much like that. And then I'll get it to my phone.
Yeah, lots of trial and error.
You have your 12 course thing, you have that set up already? Is it-
Yes, it's already ready to go. I'll email it on broker bin. So, yeah, I'd say play around with it, use that assistant thing here. I'll send the course,
Can you,
and then everyone should download the Realm app.
let's go back one more, just show how to set up an automated search. Nick's asking again as well.
Oh, that was the safe search for
Save
client
search for a
search.
client.
Yeah.
Are you guys waiting for me to do something?
I'll kick you out now.
Sorry, here.
Congratulations, you killed it.
It's 5
That
o'clock,
was really
it's 5 o'clock somewhere, guys, let's go. We all graduated with honor.
Okay, so if you want to select a search for a client, you just go to save a search for a client. Oh wait, sorry, not save a search.
You're
believe-
recording.
Create a property search.
What is this one? So this is interesting.
And then you would just select all the stuff that you want. Let's just say Durham again. Shh, they can hear it on my thing. Sorry. And then you are going to, oh my gosh,
Make save.
let's try something else.
That is gonna be your profile.
It's just profile.
Yeah, I think you were right, already talking.
I think
about
I was
save
too.
search, and then save it for a client.
You do the search first and you're gonna say that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just say save search. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna click whatever, wherever your contact is. So you already, when you guys were setting up a contact, now you're going to save it. Let's just say Carly detached. And then you select which person, so you can select your client. So if you want to save it for them, I'm just going to save it for myself at this time. And then you just click save. And then it should send them those properties that pop up every day or every hour, whatever you guys decide to do.
Prospect search is now a saved search.
It's now a saved search, not a prospect search.
And you
not-
can
Every 3 months.
set it up. I think that's an option.
Every 3 months?
See, you can see if there's an option. You
Um,
save search.
so I don't know how to,
Oh, just go to create a new search, like as if you were gonna create a new one, and then you can see the frequency of it. Save search. And then. Click on, does it give you, after you hit save, does it give you a frequency?
I don't,
Yeah,
I
it's
think that's under like your client settings.
okay, so you set it up with. your
I think
customer.
when you have your contacts.
I think there may be also a limit to the number of safe searches you can do, just like right now. The prospect search, you're limited to what, 150? I think it's the same.
That I'll have to see. I know for
Yeah, so
notifications you change.
You're limited number of prospect search, you're limited number of prospect searches.
There wasn't Stratus, there was a limit.
There's a limit, right? 150 or something.
Any
They
other,
probably would do every 3 months, they would do real time, daily. Or a certain amount of times a day, but I don't think they would do. It's as a certain time.
mass email?
Mass email. Like a mass message.
I think you can select,
I pull out everything by push. And
I-
my computer database is separated by push and root mountain. Does it, this?
I think you can select
everything.
which people you want. I don't think it's not gonna work like a CRM or anything like that.
Yeah,
No.
That's a good idea.
You're gonna want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, like, no, you can send it in groups. You can still like attach, but I don't know if you have to manually attach them all and like put every single email, but I think you're better off using the CRM for mass emails.
I'm talking about the listings for last 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I think you have to do in a different program. And you're only limited to 150 people
Contact.
for prospect search.
for prospect.
Yep,
So when you want to set the prospect at the beginning, you put the.
Yep.
But they have to accept it first before you start.
Yep.
So you cannot just.
otherwise you can just manually send them
Yeah,
stuff.
you can manually push it, but for them to get it, in the time that you set it up for them to receive it, they
Yeah.
have to accept the invite.
That was like what Claire was saying about castle compliance and all that stuff.
Because the old system, you don't have to give the permission.
Yeah.
So that's why it wasn't.
It wasn't legal.
Now you have to send it to them, just have to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can still push out manually, you can still send them listings, and they don't have to accept
But
it,
it's
but
not gonna
but
be
to get the
automated.
automated email, they have to accept that.
Yeah.
For the first time,
Yeah. Like you can still push it out manually for them to go get it.
then you have to remember every day to go back and.
So, yeah,
Bug them to accept it.
So at this point,
Every day.
if they don't want to work with you, they're declining.
only if they don't
Yeah,
accept your
or- or-
invitation. Yeah,
Or you can
like
just
kind
send
of like a
it.
subscription kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You said
Um,
the prospect for the old system is not gonna go automated to the new system.
Well, they told me they would. 6 months ago, they said they're gonna transfer your current prospect matches into the new program there, but that was a phone conversation and I haven't seen it actually been done. But they're not finished with it.
So the deadline that you mentioned is November.
They always said November originally, and then somebody told me, rumored that it was gonna be 2023, so. I'm not sure.
yeah, I saw something like end of 2022, so I keep seeing
It's
all
just like, well,
different
it's like collaborative today, that was supposed to end in June and they extended it till September 30th.
things. Yeah, I think like keep an eye on this section of your, when you guys log in, this is probably where they'll announce things. But so far I haven't seen anything.
And they're pretty open to suggestions, so if you
Oh, yeah.
find a bug or something you don't like, email them, because they're taking notes.
What's that?
Realm.
Realm,
Well,
that's what we just learned.
No, but what does it
No,
stand
no,
for?
it's-
Oh, I actually don't know. Real estate
education. It's a
association.
collaboration between Terranet and Stratus and Geo Warehouse,
Do you know what realm stands for?
real estate professional man.
I think it's just a brand.
Silent B.
there either.
Well, multiple listing with MLS, right?
Yeah.
No, it's the MLS.
Let's
Here's, if you guys have suggestions about Realm, you can email them at help@realmmlp.ca, or you can call them. But yeah, they are very good at taking suggestions, so definitely do it.
Log in to the home page and go to charges, but they also have the app. You can.
Yes,
Yeah, can.
on the phone,
Not on the phone, even
on the
desktop.
computer.
Yeah, so we can go directly, don't have to go through. the-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's
You don't have to-
Preb.
You don't have to go through Toronto, you don't have to go through Stratus to get the rep,
Yeah.
director well.
I think it's this
But your
email.
brain's
here.
gonna be forever programmed to do that until you unwire it.
Yeah,
And on your phone, your authenticator doesn't come up automatically. So when you enter your Treb ID, a new box pops up and then you enter your authenticator code. So it looks
no,
like it's-
apparently only have to do it once. If
Once,
you don't
the first
log
time,
in
yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
it will make you do it. But if you're on it every day, you
Yeah.
can just open the app.
Yeah.
Very
But it
simple.
had that question, where's the authenticator box? So it comes
Oh,
after,
yeah, yeah,
after you put in your ID,
Yeah.
it pops up.
Desktop, we can do the same.
Yes,
Yeah,
you just
don't
open.
Go through the charges, we can just have the. okay, so
Perfect.
maybe help.
So it's treb.real.
No,
Realm, Earl Pearson.
I think APP dot RULM MLP.ca, let's try this one.
Yeah,
I
this
know it
one.
on top of this one. So.
I don't know. I wonder if I can zoom in. Oh, no, I can't zoom in. Okay.
RULM.
It's this.
MLP.
Yeah, but it won't let me do it on here for some reason.
You have to set EPP first.
Yeah, so let's do that. I'll do that after. That's like too much to add to these.
Yeah, okay, because I set it up, like I don't have to go.
Don't log in every time.
I already have it. and then go directly.
Perfect.
That'll be a little tip and trick when we get to rewire our brains.
I think it's treb.
Cause you can just save it as a bookmark in your,
So it's treb.realmmlp.ca.
well, what Arlene's talking about is a mobile, it's a
No, not the
desktop app.
mobile, not
It's
the
a
mobile.
desktop app. It
Desktop
looks
app.
very similar, just has app in front of it, but actually the functionality will be a little bit different because the desktop version will still be more powerful than the app version of the desktop version.
What I'm trying to say is like we can load the one login. We don't have to go through the charges because when we invite our client to go to one, they get the same page, login page. The difference is when we key in our identification, they will pop up first to put in the password. But for our client, they just create their
Profile.
name and their password, but the same login screen.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Perfect.
That's good.
Awesome. So try that. Download the apps, please. It'll be fun. If who's using actually House Sigma, if I can ask who's using that.
You might switch. to
So
Realm.
switch it to Realm.
Yeah.
I like just challenge yourself to do it. You'll get way more details than House Sigma. And then when you guys are sharing listings, as I'm sure your clients send you a link to House Sigma or they're screenshotting it. Now you just click the little blue button, copy the link, and you can automatically text it to your clients and it'll have your name on it, your contact. And so it's a little bit more personalized. So it kind of gets them away from that app.
Well, tell me the estimate.
No, but that's what
Oh.
we're here for. Okay, so I think that's good. So we'll leave you guys with that. I'll send you guys a link with the quick course again, and then otherwise play around with it. I'm trying to think what's next week. Next week, we're gonna do week 4. I'm gonna be going over. That's Peter's, isn't it? I'm gonna be going over Broker Bay, which I'm sure you guys have all used, but I'm definitely gonna do Authentisign and maybe a little bit of Sky Slope. So they're just additional tech that you guys are using. So we're gonna go into that. Tomorrow, if you guys are interested, Richard Robbins is doing a live in-person session at the Ajax Convention Center. It's like a half-day event to promote his new. It's probably full, but you could probably just show up, to be honest.
They're not gonna turn you away.
They're not taking, every time I've gone, they've never taken attendance, so I would just say show up if you haven't. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so. A lot of tech stuff going, don't get too confused, we still have to sell real estate, we still have to, shake hands and talk to people individually. Just, Because again, those people that need one-on-one stuff, or people want to sit in more of a classroom, other classrooms, you know, it's a little different format. If somebody wants to sit down with their computer and go through somebody else, let us know that that's something you're interested in, and try to make arrangements for that. We've got a couple months to figure it out, but don't look at the end.
Yeah.
Somebody the other day, I forget who it was, but anyway, they phoned me and says, well, let's collaborate. I said, well, do you have any clients that want to collaborate now? And they said, no. I said, well, you don't have to worry about it.
It's
You know,
gone.
you got, today's the last day anyways, it's a little too late. And then they asked about realms. Well, realms not gonna be November. No, I got a couple of months to worry about that. So I know what's gonna happen. The day that they're gonna turn Stratus off, is the day that they're gonna pay attention and how to work it, right? So better to get these things done before now.
Yeah.
We have another program out there now, we'll talk about later, but it's called Sky Slope. Just so you know. Every transaction you guys have been doing, we've been uploading those into the cloud that you have access to. So this is a program that hopefully in the future, we'll be able to, when you're submitting deals to the office or else, you don't necessarily have to give us the paperwork or email us. All you have to do is upload to this program and we have all the data there and we can take, we've been doing it now for
Few years.
a couple of years, right? So we've been doing it automatically, so your deals are actually in this format already. And we're gonna start making it available to you so you can already start looking at it for yourself. So if you've got transactions you did last year and you're trying to think, well, where's the waiver or what's the lawyer's name or what's the deal? It's in the cloud for you already. So that's something we're gonna be introducing this fall as well.
That's it.
Questions? So lots of tech, but tech, I guess it's a good time. The market slows down, it's a good time to get tech, right? I mean, what else? And then we also have the Moxie stuff, so we want you to really get heavy involved. I'd rather if you've got an hour to spend, I'd rather spend an hour on MoxieWorks, adding your database to that, getting people involved and engaged, than spending this, but you have to do everything all at once.
Yeah.
Just don't get too overwhelmed with all the tech, so.
Unfortunately, this tech you need in your business.
We got no choice. The other tech is voluntary, but this is not.
Yeah. Okay, we'll see you next week. Bye, internet world. How many did we get on there? Shane? Okay.